The Smash roster is one of my favourite parts of the entire Smash series, with the inclusions of new fighters every installment. Never knowing who's going to get in next, some fighters don't make it in, either being deconfirmed from Mii costumes or another character from that company taking the spot. Welcome to A New Foe Has Appeared, where we talk about ideas for fighters that could possibly happen in the future. I'm your host, BB8 from BB8's house. Let's get into it. Up next. That's right. Cinderace, well, it did show Scorbunny for a second, but his final evolution, Cinderace, is who we're going to talk about today. I know it's been a while since I've done a New Foe Has Appeared episode, but I was in the middle of Summer Stream Fest and I knew I didn't have the time to record another New Foe Has Appeared episode. So, the reason I wanted to talk about Cinderace is mainly because, just in case the final character does turn out disappointing, the fact that if Cinderace does end up happening, I would have made history for the New Foe Has Appeared episode on the channel that not one character I've talked about has actually made it in. Because I did jinx Byleth before Byleth made it in. So I think if I jinxed Cinderace, that Cinderace would make it in. I'm not sure if Cinderace is going to make it in, but it's just a guess. And since I was going to talk about Rillaboom, but since Scorbunny is actually the most popular starter in Sword and Shield, I would go for Cinderace for this reason. Now let's get into it, shall we? So before we dive into the moveset, I did want to include this, but I'm not sure if anyone would find this as like a mechanic to put in the game. But I got this mechanic from Pokemon Unite, which isn't a popular game, that the Pokemon would evolve as the battle went on. So the idea I had for this mechanic, as Cinderace would start the battle as Scorbunny, but evolving the more damage taken or dealt to other fighters, with Scorbunny dealing the least damage, Reboot is in the middle, and Cinderace deals the most. But when Cinderace's evolution is reached, it stays at Cinderace for the rest of the battle. Unlike Pokemon Trainer, where you can cycle through the lot, which you cannot control the Pokemon that you choose in this version of the moveset. Because I would like to see a mechanic like this in Smash 6 for Greninja and Incineroar, but if I do end up doing a New Foe Has Appeared spin-off where I redo characters' movesets for Smash 6, I will bring up Pokemon Trainer with this mechanic. So now for the moveset. So for the moveset, the neutral special being Pyro Ball. And you're probably asking, why doesn't this character have a side special? Well, Cinderace, I would probably guess being the second character without a side special after Min Min, because Min Min doesn't have a side special if you think about it. So, the neutral special being Pyro Ball. the signature move of Cinderace. It kicks a pebble from the ground upwards and it turns into a fiery soccer ball. Once the ball is out, you can move it left or right in the same run speed as Cinderace runs at normally, and do a single jump with the ball, but you cannot turn around. Pressing the attack or special button again will cause Cinderace to kick it forward in an arc that falls downward and even bounces off surface. Holding the button will allow Cinderace to angle the ball in any direction, and letting go causes it to kick it in said direction. This ball is fast and powerful, but can easily be shielded, and the fire will die out every time it moves, making it weaker. The up special being Bounce. Cinderace leaps high into the air and throws both feet downward in a diving stomp. It works like DDD's up special, but doesn't stop if it lands directly on an opponent. Instead, Cinderace will bounce right off them with no free fall, but won't able to use the move again until you land. Opponents at high enough percentages will be buried if on the ground, or spiked if in the air, so it's not too broken. You can cancel it at the apex of holding up, but Cinderace goes into a free fall. The down special being Court Change, the other signature move of Cinderace. When used, Cinderace takes a running stance while it flashes. If it hits an opponent that uses a melee attack, a soccer field appears and flips them to the opposite direction they were facing while still performing their attack, making it an amazing troll for an offstage opponent trying to recover and take advantage of the move end lag. If hit by the projectile, the move acts like a basic reflector. If used on assist trophies, you can attack the character will belong to Cinderace that used it and damaged the opponent. And for the final smash being G-Max Fireball. If it's Score Bunny or Reboot, it would just be Dynamax. But we're ignoring them too, like I just said. Cinderace's new Gigantamax move in the Isle of Armor, when used, Cinderace becomes surrounded by Dynamax energy and pulls anyone hit into the attack. The opponents pulled in will go into a cutscene where Cinderace becomes its Gigantamax form and uses its signature G-Max Fireball, where it jumps up and kicks the giant soccer ball it's standing on and explodes into a pillar of fire that causes a lot of damage before being launched. Cinderace then turns back and goes into the fight. So for the stage, being Motostoke Stadium, you see I didn't want to use Windon Stadium twice, because I already used that stage before in A New Foe Has Appeared Toxtricity. Being from the game Pokemon Sword and Shield, being the third gym from the game, being a Fire-type gym. The only difference compared to Windon Stadium mentioned in Toxtricity is that only G-Max Fire types are fighting in the background. So for Center Scorch, I already said this, creates giant pillars of flames that appear in random spots of the stage, and Charizard will blast gigantic waves of fire at certain parts of the stage, similar to the Tiki Assist trophy. For the alts, Cinderace would have Alt 1, his default, Alt 2 being based on his shiny form, Alt 3 being based on Hatchrin. I'm not sure if that's supposed to represent Galarian Rapidash or Hatchrin, so I just went for Hatchrin. Alt 4 being Toxtricity, Alt 5 being Zacian, Alt 6 being Zamazenta, Alt 7 being Kobfu or Urshifu, and Alt 8 being Calyrex. The boxing ring title would be the Field's Fiery Ace, and the Kirby hat will get Cinderace's ears and his signature move, Pyro Ball. So for the Classic Mode route would be called Dynamax Tournament. The route for Cinderace is for characters that once have a transformation final smashes before it was cut completely, or characteristics that can transform during their current final smashes. The route ends with round 6 and cops out at Master Hand, giving us Little Mac, Bowser, Lucario, Corrin, Mewtwo, and Charizard on his own without Pokemon Trainer, and the final round being Master Hand. The music could be like with the Byleth DLC. The Cinderace DLC could use music that can be played in any Pokemon related stage, as well as Battlefield and Final Destination. So those are the list of tracks, being the Wild Pokemon Battle, the Trainer Battle, the Marnie Battle, the Gym Leader Battle, Chairman Rose Battle, the Eternus Battle versus Champion Leon, and Battle Tower. For the spirits, I know I mentioned something called Dynamax spirits in A New Foes Appear Toxtricity. Like, I could use that idea again, but I didn't want to mention it twice. But please note that while the previous 4 spirits that were already added into Smash will be in the list, they will not be shown, only the ones that are new to the DLC Spirit Board. Inteleon being Support Shield, being Ace class, the ability being Critical Hit going up, and the Puppet will have minions being possessed by Inkling Blue. The stage being Pokemon Stadium 2, and the conditions being the opponent starts the battle with enhanced staff. The enemy tends to avoid conflict. Rillaboom being attack class advanced, will have no ability with 1 slot. The Puppet being Donkey Kong Black, the stage being the Wild Arena, Motorstoke Riverbank, and the rules none, and the condition periodic earthquakes will shake the stage. Alcremie, or Alcremie's Gigantamax form, will be Grab type, will be Novice and Advanced, which means this one can be enhanced. And the ability is stats up after eating with 3 slots. And the Puppet will be Peach Default, Peach White, Peach Yellow, Daisy Green, Daisy Red, and Daisy Purple. The stage will be the Wild Area, the meet-up spot. I know none of these stages are in the game, but just ignore that fact. And the rules will be Hazard and Sleep Floor. The condition is the floor is sleep-inducing. Hatteran being Support Neutral, Advanced class with irreversible controls. The Puppet being Purple Daisy with Fog as a hazard, with the stage covered in fog and the enemy's standard attacks have increased power. And Eternatus and Eternatus Eternamax will be another enhanced spirit, being Neutral Ace Legend, with Block Final Smash meter with 2 slots, and the Puppet being Giant Charizard Purple, and the stage being Final Destination. The conditions are team up with 2 CPU allies, Fox and Wolf. The time stamina battle, you will get a Final Smash. So guys, what did you think of a new foe has appeared, Cinderace? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and turn your notifications on so you don't miss another new foe has appeared episode in the future. And the next new foe has appeared episode, I'm not doing a vote this time, because this one was actually a suggestion. I know this sounds like a joke, but this was a suggestion at the end of the day. I will come back to these characters soon. And that's it for a new foe has appeared. Cinderace, BB-8 out.